this particular solo bike trip out west, man, it proved to be more of a challenge than I'd ever dreamed. I mean, I thought once I got up into places like Kansas and so on that it would cool down. We were just getting over triple digit heats for like 2 weeks in Tennessee. It was starting to cool down to like 90s. I get up there and the temperature was triple digit. It was the hottest days that they've had, all year long. And I'm like, oh, great. Well, then the wind was insane, blowing me all over the interstate. And then I almost got taken out, by a tractor trailer pulling double bottoms. Thought I bought the farm. I mean, it was bad. And survived that. And then I ultimately get to this nice park up in Ainsworth and set up tent. You saw that in the previous video where the lightning and the rain, it's like, it went from being like 102 degrees to like 60 something really fast. And the water that came down was really cold. Everything got soaked. I was freezing. It was like really bad. And that lightning and the thunder, I thought there was a tornado was going to sweep me up, slam me into a tree, and that would be my last day. I mean, I thought for sure I was going to buy the farm that night. It was scary. And but the next day the sun came out and you can kind of see the devastation. And it's like, man, this is crazy. It broke the poles on my tent. And, I mean, it was bad. Well, then, it took me better part of the day to wash and dry all my stuff and, to get it all packed on the bike. So by the time I left Ainsworth, it was kind of late. And I was so tired I didn't get any sleep the night before. I kept saying in the video, Ainsville, and it's Ainsworth. But I ended up going down, and I get once I got packed up and going, I got about 30 miles outside of Ainsworth, and somebody comes up behind me beeping, and I slowed down. They got even with me, and he said, "You realize you're dragging something." Well, the tent, even though it was broken, I had nowhere to throw it at the park, so I just strapped it down and took it. And I couldn't see it because it slid off the saddlebag I had it strapped on. It slid off and it was hanging there, dragging behind me, and that's what this picture is. And it's like, you got to be kidding. It's like, okay, I'm not going to keep dealing with this. I need to get some sleep. This is getting crazy, because I hadn't slept in like 2 days. And so I ended up I found this Raine Motel in, I think this was in Valentine, Nebraska. I went there, and it was a nice place. You could tell it was pretty old. The parking lot was just ripped apart. It was rough on a bike trying to get in there with all my gear. But the husband and wife that run the place or own the place are from India. They were really nice couple. But they were going out, a couple times a day, and walking around and holding hands. And I mean, I thought it was really cool. But went into the room, and you can even tell by the room, that it was probably built in the 50s or something. You can see the window up there. It's one of those real old, smoked glass or frosted glass with a lever that you swing and then push the thing out. I mean, you could tell it was an old style place. But the room was fine. It was comfortable. The price was reasonable. The price was fair, and the bed was fairly comfortable. And then right before I left, I pulled up all the sheets so they could, get to them easier. And then I asked if I could leave the tent there because I didn't know what else to do with it. And they said, yeah. And the guy that helps them, I don't know if it's a brother or family member of some kind, but he didn't really speak hardly any English, just a few words. And I think he wasn't quite right in the head because, I was trying to tell him that I was just going to leave it there and whatever. And he kept saying, gift for me. And I'm like, it's trash. It's, But either way, I mean, it was like I needed to just get a room that night because I was just so wiped out. But, I'll continue the journey and share a little more with you. But remember to live your lives with the heart of a Viking warrior. Bye for now.